Further proof that the Freemasons and the start of the occult, their traditions and worldwide plans for a new world started with Nimrod and the Tower of Babel, comes from the Freemasons themselves in their own writings of their own history. Consider quotes from popular 33rd degree Masons such as these. Quote, "As regards to Masonry, Babel, of course, represented a Masonic enterprise. When they reached an abiding place in the land of Shinar, it is affirmed that they dwelt therein, being the first characteristic name of the Masons. It was here that they built their high tower of confusion. Out of evil comes good, however. The confusion of tongues gave rise to the ancient practice of Masons conversing without speech," end quote, by author Edward, 33rd degree Mason. Consider this one, quote, "In the remote past, the gods walked with men, and they chose from among the sons of men the wisest and the truest. With these specially ordained and illumined sons, they left the keys of their great wisdom, which was the knowledge of good and evil. These illumined ones found what we know as the ancient mysteries," end quote, by Manly P. Hall, 33rd degree Freemason. Another one by Manly P. Hall, 33rd degree Freemason, he states, quote, "No reasonable doubt can exist that the initiates of Greece, Egypt, and other ancient countries possessed the correct solutions to those great cultural, intellectual, moral, and social problems which, in an unsolved state, confront the humanity of the 20th century," end quote. And consider this one by a man named Albert McKay, 33rd degree Mason, quote, "The first of which are these of those of Isis, Osiris, and Egypt. The most important of these mysteries were the Osiric in Egypt," end quote. Another one by Edmund, 33rd degree Mason, states, quote, "Masons' ceremonies, symbols, and the celebrated legend of Hiram in the Master Mason's degree were directly borrowed from the ancient mysteries or the secret worship of Baal, Osiris, and Tammuz," end quote. Another one from Manly P. Hall states, quote, "They are the invisible powers behind the thrones of the earth, and men are but pawns dancing while the invisible ones pull the strings. We see the dancer, but the master mind that does the work remains concealed by the cloak of silence," end quote. This is what is referred to as the ancient mystery schools that the occult has come out of, and that writers like Helena Blavatsky and Aleister Crowley write about what mankind needs to get back to and whose mission it is to prepare humanity for the new coming world. Again, this is all very interesting to take note of, that the god of the Freemasons, or the G in their symbols, all stem back from ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, and Greece. Since the start of Babylon and the Tower of Babel was instigated by Nimrod, and he was the king of Babylon, it is safe to assume that Nimrod is in fact the great architect of the universe, or the all-seeing eye of Ra, Osiris, and Apollo, who all have to do with the sun and sun worship. He is the original king or ruler of the one world government, and thus the Freemasons and occultists alike work tirelessly to bring back what once was. Moreover, we know this is the plan, not only because of the Freemasons telling us this fact, but the Bible also states that the son of perdition will be the world leader of the new world and is called the Antichrist. The word perdition, translated in Greek, is actually Apollyon or Apollo, which is this ancient Greek deity the Masons recognize as Nimrod and the god they worship. Thus, when you see the unfinished cap on the back of our money to the pyramid, or when you see celebrities, politicians, influencers all over the world worship the sun, throw up the all-seeing eye, or pyramids, etc., understand it is an ancient Babylonian ritual acknowledging Nimrod as the start of the Freemasons, and who will eventually return to the rule of the New World Order. Of course, the spirit behind all of this is Satan, the devil, or Lucifer, and occultists and the Freemasons pledge their allegiance to him. Consider these statements made by popular 33rd degree Masons, which state, quote, "When the Masons learn that the key to the warrior on the block is the proper application of living power, he has learned the mystery of his craft. The seething energies of Lucifer are in his hands," by Manly P. Hall, 33rd degree Mason. And this one by Albert Pike, 33rd degree Mason, states, quote, "Lucifer, the light bearer, Strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness, Lucifer, the son of the morning. Is it he who bears the light, and with its splendors intolerable binds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls? Doubt it not." End quote.